Welcome to A-Level Business Studies. The first thing I wanted to make sure you're aware of is that you don't have to have studied GCSE or BTEC Business Studies before to come onto the course. So if you haven't done BTEC Business Studies at Accrington Academy, you can still access the course. If you have, of course, done BTEC Business, you're more than welcome and will be welcome in the course too, but obviously you don't have to have done the course before. The course is split into three main components. The first component, which we're going to look at shortly, is component one, where we look at business opportunities in enterprise, and you will get the chance to run your own company. Then we look at the different areas of business, which I'm going to talk through in the career section. We also look at component two, which is looking at business analysis, which is more of the finance side and looking at how businesses operates and functions in terms of its strategy, so its plans to grow or to move forward. And then we look at the fact that business is in a changing world, and we only look at the examples of COVID-19 to realise how much the business world has changed, with companies like Just Eat and Deliveroo really profiting at the moment, compared to restaurants that maybe a year or two ago were doing exceptionally well. It's really important to mention that you will get the opportunity to run your own enterprise. We work closely with the Peter Jones Enterprise Academy, so we're part of component one. When you look at enterprise, you will also get to run your own small enterprise. There is a competition called Tycoon, which is a free national enterprise competition to encourage you guys to start your own business up. Our very own Erin Roach in year 13 at Accrington Academy won the Tycoon competition and was also a finalist for Entrepreneur of the Year, which was a fantastic achievement. There are a wide variety of different career pathways after you study A-Level Business Studies. It might be that you decide to actually run and start your own business, which would be absolutely fantastic, and you're the boss and you would hire the different people that you want to work for you. Or it could be that you decide to go into different areas of a business. So for example, when we look at component one and we look at different business departments, we'll show you the different areas that you will study and work in possibly in the future. So an area that I worked in was human resourcing, and this is when you apply for a job. Obviously you apply for a job and then you have an interview and then you recruit the people and you also train them to make sure that they can do the job properly. This was an area that I worked in myself for quite some years. It might be that you decided to go into marketing promoting, which is persuading people to buy your product in some way. Increasingly this is done online through social media and other methods as well. You might decide to work in customer service and dealing face to face with customers as well. Or it might be that you decide that you like the numbers side and you decide to go in the finance and you're calculating the money side and the profit of the business. Or increasingly, a lot of people are going into what's called distribution, which is warehousing, where you would see companies like Amazon really prospering at the moment. But the key bit is there's loads of different wide areas you can go into business studies in the future. After doing A-Level Business Studies, you might decide to do a degree in one of the areas outlined below in the slide that I just discussed previously, so in human resourcing, marketing and customer service, or you might just do an actual business degree. There are loads of different types of variety of business degrees that you could do. If, for example, you decide to do a marketing degree, you could become an advertising account executive, and this is a really high paid job, and you provide the link between advertising agencies, which help people and companies promote their business. You might decide to take the finance route and become an auditor check. So this helps make sure that businesses' financial records, including their sales, the costs and profits, are really done accurately. And another way you could go into through finance is investment analysis, where you will do with me as well. In year 12 and 13, you will look at different stocks and shares and look at how you can make money using what we call the student investor game, and you will be invited to join that as well. Just to summarise, some of the best paid jobs in the UK are actually business studies jobs. So for example, someone called a chief executive, and they're the people who are in charge of some of the biggest companies in the UK, can have an average pay of up to £120,000, and that obviously can go up depending on the size and the profile of the company. A lot of these big company jobs are in London and also other big cities like Manchester, etc. And they're normally in charge of all the big decisions for big companies. So we've got the example of Richard Branson, which you might have heard of, who was in charge of Virgin. The entry requirements would normally be relevant experience and strong track record of good business decisions, and more importantly, they would have a university degree in business or finance or possibly marketing too. So from following the A-level business pathway, you could go into some of the most highly paid jobs within the UK.